Alrighty, we're back. Now, the second assignment, make sure I get all these colors open up, is that I want you to make a color wheel. Okay? Now, what I did was I drew a circle. Okay? See if I can hold this up a little bit better. I drew a circle, draw a line straight down the middle. Okay? Then you might want to make your point in the middle of your line and circle. Okay? And just draw an X. Draw an X across it. Okay? All right, label it yellow, green, and you don't have to label, but this will help you though. Yellow, green, blue, purple, red, and orange. Okay, we are doing primary colors and we are doing secondary colors. Okay, you do not have to do trinary colors, just 6 colors, primary, secondary. So we know our primaries. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and just knock them on out the way, which is yellow. So let me get some clean water in here. And go ahead and just paint this yellow right here. Okay, does not gonna need a lot of paint for this. Okay. Smart thing is do your primaries first. I mean, you don't have to do no color mix and nothing like that. You know, you just go right into it. Okay. All right. Clean my brush. Clean your brush. Clean brush. Clean brush. Very important. See, I'm beating the head down, but you can hear me, or you see my arm. Clean, clean brush. Wipe off with your paper towel. Okay. All right. Come over here. Let's get some of this rojo over here. All right. Clean water. Go into my clean water. Okay. Take a little pigment. Pigment is just a fancy word for paint. All right. Now let's come on over here. Get this red right here. Well, that's a Corvette red right there. That thing red. Take your time. Make it count. Okay. Make it count. I'm going to be looking for, craftsmanship, how well, you stay on the edges, stay in the boundaries, all that type of thing. So make it count. Take your time. That's a big part of art. Is, how neat can you be? How careful can you be? Making it count. You're going to always hear Mr. P say that. Make it count. Make it count. It's not just art, it's life. Make it count. Okay. Now I could do this with a smaller brush, but it's not a problem for me though. I can handle it. I can handle it. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing. Look at that. Look at that. Get right. Look at that. Uh-huh. Clean brush. Clean brush. Cleaning my brush. Cleaning my brush. Beat the head down. Clean the brush. Not be afraid to clean that brush. Okay, wipe the brush. Make sure you got a clean brush. All right, going into my clean water. Clean water. Clean water. Okay, clean water. All right, what we need? That blue in our life. All right, got a damp brush. Let's get some of this blue right here. Right there, look at that. Okay. All right. Put this edge over here a little bit more. And we're going to call that one done. Okay. Now, I got since I have this blue on here, I have to do some mixing. So, get my little color palette here. So I'm going to take this blue, since we already got a dirty brush. Take this blue, take a little bit more blue. Put that right there. And we're going for purple, okay? So, red and blue makes purple. So I'm not going to claim that. I'm going to leave that right there for time being. Now I'm going to take another brush, though. And I'm going to go clean brush. Take another brush and go into this red, okay? And you want to get a sufficient amount. That might be a little too much. I have to go back in that blue, kind of even that thing out. Yeah, that's a little too much. And I knew that going in, but it's okay. Get a little bit more blue in there. All right. Oh, that's what we're looking for right there. Look at that. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it, man. Just a little bit more mixing. If you want to know if your color is right, you can take a little white paint and kind of test it. Pull it to the side, put a little white paint in there, and you'll see the color. It'll be a lighter version of the color that you're trying to get. But I can see this purple though, and I know this is together. So I'm gonna go right up in here. Look at it. Ooh, that's a little dark. That's a little dark. A little dark. It's a little dark. Okay. All right. Let's see what I'm doing, okay? All right. And there goes my purple. Okay. I had to lighten it up because I had to put some water on it to lighten up, but straight paint, it was real dark. Real dark. So I just put a little water in it and it lightened up. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let that be where it's at. I'm gonna clean my brush. And I'm gonna clean this other brush too. Okay. Give it a good wipe. And still got some paint on it. Very important to clean brushes. Very important. It's one thing to be painting something and you go into a color and you still got that color in there, and you go into your artwork with that color in there that you don't want in there, and boy, that can be disastrous. Especially if you paint in like watercolors or acrylic. If you painting something that's kind of unforgiving, especially with watercolors. Watercolors are very unforgiving. Once you lay something down on it, it's pretty much it. Oil painting is a different thing. You can get away with acrylic on some things because with acrylic you can cover up, but with a watercolor, it's unforgiving. Pretty much what you lay down is what you're gonna get. So yeah, it's very important to keep clean brushes. Very, 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 very important. All right, let's go back into this red. Pour in this red, and I'm gonna put a little yellow up in there. Take my clean brush, a little yellow, because we're going for orange right now. Red and yellow makes orange. Okay. Let's see if you can see my color mixing. If you can, see if I can get you. I ain't gonna add my color mixing. My color palette rather. Alright. And I think that's a nice orange. Maybe a little bit more yellow in there. Maybe just a tad bit more yellow. Clean my brush out first. Maybe just a tad bit more yellow. Tad bit. Look at that. So go in there. Tad bit yellow. Yeah, right there. That's that look. That's what we're looking for right there. I don't think you can see it on the screen, but trust me, that's it right there. Now, what I'm gonna wet my brush just a little bit, and I'll go on up in there. Okay. All right. Now, I got that yellow, that orange, that orange on there. And actually, I'm gonna put a little water in there, and I'm just gonna pull it. Because that paint on there is so thick. And I'm just gonna pull it. Okay. I'm gonna go right back into that water. I'm gonna let my water work for me. I don't have to go back into that paint. I'm just gonna let the water work for me. Water is a vehicle. That's very important. Paint with watercolors. Water is a vehicle. It can carry you. Okay. All right. One more. We gotta make some verde, some green. Okay. So I'm gonna clean my brush. Okay. Yellow and blue is going to give me green all day. All right. Clean brush. Wash my other brush off. Make sure it's real clean. Okay. All right. So going to my color palette. I am going to pull me some yellow. Okay. So I'm gonna go right there. And I'm going to take me some of this blue. Azul. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna go right on up in there. Look at that. Ooh, look at that grass green right there. Look at that. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Look at that. See that? Beautiful thing. Look at that. Beautiful thing. Now I'm gonna clean my brush. Well, no, I'm not. This is my last one. So I can actually really go into my clean water because this is my last one and I'm done for this. So I'm gonna go in my clean water and I'm just gonna like wet my brush with a lot of water and I'm just gonna go in there. The lesson is over with, but Mr. P is starting to get a touch and feel for this type of paint that I'm using. And I'm noticing that I don't need a lot of paint. I need more water than anything with this type of paint that I'm using. Okay, look at that. There's more water than anything. Look how that water is carrying that paint though. Can you see that? Okay. Go back in there. A little bit more water. Just a little bit pigment. Okay. And I'm gonna call that done. Because I'm sure you guys got the concept of what we're doing, okay? All right. I would hold this up, but the water on it is still wet and we don't want this to run. Okay. All right, I'm gonna call that done. Okay. This is what I want you guys to do for your second assignment of the week. I should have used more water within that orange right there. With that green and that purple, I used more water. And I don't know why I didn't with that orange. But anyway, Mr. P's hard critic on himself. Anyway, this is our color wheel that we are completing for the week, okay? All right. I will see you guys in the morning. All right. Good night. Night night.